Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today, I'm going to be explaining the biggest questions that we have going into Stranger Things Season 5, and there's more questions than you might think. Some things that it happened before the two-day time jump, and most of them just in the two-day time jump at the end of Season 4, Episode 9. What happened in between that two-day time jump, and where did everybody go? How some things unfolded. Anywho, before we get into it, guys, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, turn on notifications. Let's go for 100 likes. All you have to do is tap that like button. Really appreciate it. And also, we're on a road to 50,000 subscribers, which is absolutely insane. Without further ado, let's discuss my biggest questions going into Season 5 and the questions that I think actually would affect the storyline if they are not answered. Some of them would affect the storyline if they're not answered. Some of them wouldn't. But the first one is Dr. Owens. Dr. Owens was in the facility where the Project Nino was, and the last time we seen him, he was just being interrogated by the military, and then after that, we never seen him again. He never died on screen, nothing. I don't think any of us assumed that he died either. I think most of us assume that he's with the military and being interrogated. So I want to know what happened with Dr. Owens. I think we should see that in Season 5, 100%. Dr. Brenner, obviously, we saw him die, but we don't know if he has some sort of powers or whatever. And Matthew Modine said that he could see Dr. Brenner being alive. That's a question in itself with the actor saying that. That's a big deal. I think that needs to be considered to be addressed somehow, some way. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy for even asking about Dr. Brenner since he died. But, I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there since Matthew Modine said that, who plays Dr. Brenner. Eddie. Where did Eddie's body go? How did Dustin leave Eddie's body? I don't know how that whole situation went. This goes along with Steve, Nancy, and Robin. Steve, Nancy, and Robin were in the Upside Down with Eddie and Dustin. They had to get out of the Upside Down somehow. Did they go through Eddie's trailer? And if they did, don't you think that they would have seen Eddie and Dustin and try to get Eddie's body outside of the Upside Down at least? Everyone watching this video knows that Dustin would have tried to get Eddie's body out of there. You know what I'm saying? So did they try to get Eddie's body out of there? How did they get out? When they got out, did they grieve about Eddie's death? What happened? I want to know about that whole situation as well. I think that would affect the storyline if that's not addressed in Season 5. That's just me, though. With Max, of course, I've talked about this several times, but is she gonna wake up? When she does wake up, will she be able to see? Will she be able to walk? Will she be able to talk? How will that all go about? Will she have any memory? I think personally, she's probably going to get waken up by the kids reading their letters to her, and she'll probably wake up whenever Lucas reads his, or she'll wake up whenever Vecna is killed, of course. But Max, that whole entire storyline is a blur as well. We need more about that, because the last time we saw Max before she was in a hospital bed, she just got revived by Elle, and then that was it. And then it just cut the two-day time jump. So there's so many questions with that in itself right there. You know what I'm saying? The next one is honestly one of the biggest ones, and I just posted a theory about this, but Vecna. What happened with Vecna? You know what I'm saying? Where is he? What happened with his body? Is he coming back stronger? Is he coming back with more weapons? Is he creating the dragon that I talked about, or that Will painted? Is he preparing in some sort of way to defeat Elle and the crew? You know what I'm saying? That's just insane. I don't know. He fell in the Kree house on fire, 3 stories down, and then he was just gone. He's just gone, and then we never talked about him or saw him again. And then two-day time jump, like I said. Will's sexuality storyline, I think we need, obviously that's going to, we're going to see that, but, we still need to have some closure on that as well. I think we all agree that he needs to have a scene where he's confessing his love to Mike. I think that needs to be a whole entire thing. But also with Will, his hive connection. How is that going to affect Season 5? The Duffers did say that Will's going to have one of the main focus point roles in Season 5. I think that's going to have something to do with it, because that hive connection has to be something very important. I think one of my biggest questions by far is, where's Enzo and Murray? I know this is not that big of a deal, but God dang it, man. Murray should have been there at the end. Why was he not there at the end? It doesn't make any sense. Murray is one of the most loved characters in the entire show. We should have seen him at the end. And Enzo, of course. Like, I want to see... Like, that made me... The more I think about it, the more I'm like, why didn't we see those people? Why didn't we see Murray? Like, why? I do not understand. I feel like we should have definitely seen those two. And I guess Yuri flew them home. I'm not. That's a blur as well. But that 2-day time jump, there's also a little bit. There's more things that we missed in that whole entire thing. I mean, we missed the whole entire 2-day drive from New Mexico to Hawkins with Jonathan, Argyle, Will, Mike, and Elle. And we didn't see Elle get out of the piggyback either. Like, that's a whole nother thing. We didn't see Lucas get out of the Crew House. We didn't see Steve, Nancy, Robin, Dustin get out of the Upside Down. I don't know. That's not, like, totally necessary to see Elle get out of her piggyback and then relieve the Upside Down, or Max get out of the house. But I just feel like it would be very cool, personally, to see that at the start of Season 5. Like, all I'm asking for is, like, a 10-minute clip or 10-minute of footage of, you know, maybe Murray flying somewhere, or, you know, Vecna fleeing, Dustin leaving Eddie behind, or bringing Eddie outside of the Upside Down and realizing that he's dead and burying him or something. I don't know. I think we need to see all that. Obviously, we're going to see Dr. Owens, but I just feel like we need a little bit of closure for the end of Season 4, Episode 9. I feel like that was a little rushed. Understandably so. I mean, it was 2 hours and 15 minutes long. I personally would have watched it if it was 10 hours long. I think we all agree on that. But I feel like they thought maybe, okay, we're dragging this out a little bit too much. 2-day time jump. Let's not even explain it. Let's just go. I feel like, you know, I think we need a little bit of closure there. I think the Duffers probably realize that. You know, they're geniuses. They're not stupid. So I think they probably realize that, and probably realize, you know, they probably need to know some of these things, at least the main ones. And I want to know where Murray is, damn it. I want to know where Murray is. But let me know your biggest questions about, or going into Season 5, or maybe about the end of Season 4, or even in Season 4 at all. Let me know your biggest questions. And I know a lot of things, like, are just never going to be addressed, and they're never going to be addressed, and they're just like holes in the plot, which is fine. Every TV show has them. But let me know what questions you think that need to be answered, and what questions that aren't going to be answered, and what questions you have that, you know, new questions that I didn't even mention. I want to hear them in the comments. But I appreciate all love and support, guys. Thank you for 44,000 subscribers. We might even be at 45,000 by the time this video gets out. But I appreciate you guys so much. Make sure you have a great rest of your day. Spend time with your friends and family. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.